Hello there guys, how's it going? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Today on Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, it is time to explore the new eras that Sia has opened up with the Gate of Souls. It is time to explore the worlds of Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. Hey, Sat, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Looks like you arrived home at the perfect time. Yes, you did. So I have noticed that my webcam is blocking the level names. So just to give you a quick idea, we were in the prologue. We've got Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, and we've got Skyward Sword. So if you're a fan of any of those three games, I think you're going to have a good time today. So our protagonists, our four playable characters, have split up between the three worlds. Impa and Sheik have gone to Ocarina of Time, Lana has gone to Twilight Princess, and Link has gone to Skyward Sword. Now, my one complaint about this is, I get for story reasons why Impa and Sheik are together, but it is a bit weird having one of the three pathways not have an actual Zelda character on it. But anyway, it's such a minor complaint. I think I would like to start with Ocarina of Time. It was the first 3D game. It's probably the most iconic game in the series. Just makes sense to start there. For this level, who do I need to play? So, there are collectibles as both Sheik and Impa, and I mean, let's be honest, I'm going to be able to play as both of them with switching anyway, so I think I'll go in with Impa first.
Leading a small force of Hyrulean soldiers, Impa stepped into one of the newly opened portals. The kingdom spread out before her seemed like the Hyrule she knew, yet it was somehow very different. Before long, she realized that they had traveled back to the era of the mythical hero of time. Awed, Impa began her search for the Gate of Souls. She sensed an evil presence on Death Mountain and set out for the ominous peak. And with her came the mysterious Sheik.
Right, okay, let me just get my bearings as for where I'm aiming for with my collectibles. So, I'm looking for the East Boulder Keep and the East Goron Keep, first of all. So, that is that top one there, and then I believe the Boulder Keep is... I believe it's one of those two that aren't currently labelled, because I think they're story important during this chapter. Then, the Skulltula is between the West Goron Keep and the West Boulder Keep. So it's in the same place, but on the other side. Okay. And then East Goron Keep needs to be Impa, East Boulder Keep needs to be Sheik. Okay. Should be able to keep track of that. It's a lot easier when you've only got two characters. You don't have to keep track of like 4 different people. You could have accompanied either Link or Lana. Why did you choose to follow me? I can't figure you out. How much do you really know of the Sheikah tribe? Tell me, who is your tribe's leader? Impa, which would be you. Correct. And yet there is no one named Sheik in my tribe. So then, who does that make you? What are you really after? Hey, listen! Princess Ruto is in trouble! Ruto, Princess of the Zoras? She was abducted by the Gorons. Their leader, Dorinia, used to be such a gentle soul. Someone named Zelda showed up and he hasn't been the same since. Zelda? Princess Zelda is here? Let's go and see with our own eyes. You know what time it is. It's music time. So despite being an Ocarina of Time level, this music is actually based on the Death Mountain theme from A Link to the Past, and I mean, it is a banging theme, so good choice. And yeah, we are fighting the Gorons in this level, which is a bit of a change of pace from all the regular enemies, and it is kind of funny. I love that they're not even armoured, they are literally just Ocarina of Time Gorons wandering around. They make such really weird noises as well, and I do feel a little bad for killing them. But, Sap's favourite character, Fairy. Yeah, that probably should have been Navi, considering that we are in the Ocarina of Time era, you know, just for the fan service. Not like they could make Navi playable. Hyrulean forces, should it not be Hylian? Actually, no. So, Hylian is the race. But when it's the combined forces like we have, it is Hyrulean. That is accurate to Zelda lore. But yeah, this level is pretty simple. Just got to keep a hold of these boulder keeps to stop them attacking the allied base. Lots of Dekubabas around. The one downside to fighting only Gorons is that the enemy variety in this level is quite lacking. They don't tend to have a lot of different various enemy captains and stuff like the monsters usually do. As for character choices for Ocarina of Time, obviously we've not seen either of them yet, but they've both been mentioned. But Darunia and Ruto really does make a lot of sense. Obviously they're both sages, so they're very important to Ocarina of Time. But they're also two of the sages that are associated with both adult and child dungeons, the other being Saria. Unfortunately, Saria isn't in this game, which is a bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen her, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I do see another captain unit moving down this way. Hey, speak of the devil, there's Darunia. If I remember correctly, he's going to be beelining for the allied base soon. I also do like it is a bit of a change of pace from the other two routes that you can go down. That you actually do have to fight against the supposed good guy characters first before they join you. Remember being people upset that Lana got the Deku Spear? Yeah, and I will talk to that when I will talk about that when I get to playing as Lana today, because I do have the Deku Spear unlocked. I like Lana, but she already had two other weapons. I don't see why they couldn't have given one of them to Saria and added her to the game. Okay, right, my Skulltula has spawned in. Just got to double check where it is. Oh, use the hook shot. Okay, I guess I'm not getting the Skulltula today. So the one slight annoyance of this part of the game being non-linear is that you can sometimes do a level before you have the item for its collectible. I'm probably not going to go back to these while I'm doing the main story, just to keep things moving, but when I'm doing adventure mode and stuff, I will find time to go back and get these. Anyway, here he is, the best Goron boy, Darunia. Oh, I love him so much. I think even after all this time, he is still my favourite Goron. Just an iconic design. All the other Gorons are just variants on his design. And because I love him so much, I'm going to murder him. I just gotta remember what combos I actually like using as Impa. That one's pretty good. Yeah, it's a shame that it's not letting me control Sheik either, so I guess there's another collectible I'm not getting today. Okay, are you gonna actually expose your weak point gauge at all, or are you just, like, standing there? I didn't accidentally set this to easy, did I? I do see a boulder over there that I can bomb, so as soon as I'm done with Darunia, I'm going to go and get that. Keep Saboteurs. See, this is why I need control of Sheik, so I can deal with those while I'm dealing with Darunia. I mean, he is effectively a superpowered Keep Saboteur, so probably shouldn't let him out of my sight. But yeah, Saria being missing is just, for me, another reason I'd like to see a sequel to this game. I mean, I know technically we did get 2 other Hyrule Warriors games, but you know what I mean. I want a more fan-servicey one. Darunia is killing my guys down here. Good lord. The man is a menace. Okay, now he's gonna do something. Here we go. Yeah, couldn't get the Gold Skulltula, so they do flee after a certain amount of time. Which is a little bit annoying. The allied base is not at risk of falling. I can handle Darunia. See, look, he's dead. Right. The Keep Saboteur that is coming for the allied base is probably my priority. That said, though, it looks like he's stuck on that outpost, so to actually get to him, I'm going to have to go through one of the others. Thankfully, like I've said earlier, Goron captains are quite easy to fight. They shouldn't give me too much trouble. And perfectly timed because he's just taken that outpost, so I can quickly catch up with him. Okay, Darunia's coming back out. So yeah, there is kind of a soft time limit on this stage, because if you don't do it quickly enough, Darunia will just keep respawning. Okay, he is heading for a boulder keep. Right, I'm going to head to the same one as him then and try and deal with the Keep Saboteur and him at the same time. Is this genocide? No, I'm not killing them. I'm just making them go to sleep. Right, let's get some focus magic on here. Okay, yes, Sheik. I know we need to take the keep, but I need to deal with Darunia first. If you'd let me play as you, I'd go and retake it now. So it's nap time. Yes, exactly. We're giving the Gorons a lovely nap. Okay, Darunia is nearly down. Let's just get him with a special attack. Special attacks definitely feel like they have more oomph in this game than in the later Hyrule Warriors games. For whatever reason. I feel like the other games try and encourage you to use other mechanics. Okay, so the Keep Saboteur is heading for my base, so need to keep an eye on him. Okay, Goron's morale is down. Lovely. That is a horrible sentence, and it makes me feel awful. This is something that the other Hyrule Warriors games don't really do, though. Because they take themselves a bit more seriously, and they're trying to present themselves as canon. You never have levels where you fight the good guys. I ran right past the Keep Saboteur. God damn it. If only I had the bloody hook shot. And then once I've dealt with him, I'm going to go help Sheik out. Looks like Sheik is stuck in that other keep over there. Do they not have adventure modes? No, their side content is just spread throughout the story. And you do it kind of as you go, rather than having a separate mode for it. And both methods have their pros and cons. But I do think I prefer how this game does it, because you can just play, those who want to play through the story, they don't need to engage with any side stuff, they can just enjoy the fan service for what it is. And then those who want to do the side stuff can just jump into the adventure mode in their own time. I mean, they probably have about the same amount of content as the original's adventure mode. It's just not presented in the same way. But you also don't tend to fight many good guy characters in those missions, because they are still framed as something you're actually doing in universe. If that makes sense. Okay, Daruni is coming back out. He is relentless. Okay, Sheik is on her way. I'm going to go try and cut Daruni off again. And then once I've dealt with him, I think it's time to go to his base and take him out. God damn, he's moving. Wait, come here. Oh, I missed him. He was stood right behind me like, what are you doing? Oh, that combo is so good for destroying weak point gauges. Nice. Okay, he's doing another one. That comes out so fast and it just demolishes it. That is lovely. What are you up to, Sheik? Oh, okay, we're launching boulders back. Nice. No! We destroyed the spinning statue! One of my least favourite side quests in the game is gone! What a real tragedy. The amount of hours I've wasted trying to get a bomb into that bloody statue. Okay, do you want to get out of the corner, Darunia, so you can actually do some attacks? Okay, Darunia is down again. Let's make this quick then. I did not realise that this theme started playing now. Okay, it's time for one of my favourite themes in the game. I love this theme so much. It's called Focal Line. And it kicks in like hype moments like this. And it just gets me so pumped to fight. It is so just goddamn energetic and high tempo. That's one hell of a bomb chew. Oh yeah, you weren't here for them last time, were you? Yeah, the bomb chews in this game are absolute units. Alright, it's time to take Darunia down one last time. Big pose, hello. I guess that's the reason Darunia is going all screwy. I'm trying to help you, Darunia. Stop hitting me while I'm killing the Poe. Okay, I assume there's probably one more somewhere. Okay, nice. Let's get some water on you. I believe you are weak to water, so... Oh, hey, Bombchu. Yeah, no, you stay there. I think that completely missed Darunia, yep. Oh, there's the other Poe. I mean, at this point, it's probably quicker just to kill Darunia. There we go. I guess I'll let you off this time, Darunia, if you grovel nicely. There she is. They gave her a bra. I will not make any further comments about Ruto because there have been some scathing allegations against me recently. Apparently my enthusiasm for Prince Sidon is a bit sus. Exactly, thank you, Sap. I'm glad someone's on my side. Ooh, okay, right, so, weapons, they don't just come in different types, they also come in different tiers, so every weapon for every character, I believe there are 3 standard tiers, and I think there's a 4th tier that either the 3DS version or one of the DLCs added that's a bit more complicated, but the 3 tiers are essentially, they're quite simple. Each tier just does more damage and has more skill slots. This is Impa's tier 2 weapon. We're going to start to unlock a few of these during the story, but most of these are going to be in the adventure modes. I think it's mainly just the main characters who get these during the story. But that is quite a big damage upgrade for Impa, that is very nice. Okay, so, I'm thinking, rather than just playing through Ocarina of Time in one go, we're going to keep the variety real, and we're going to switch between each of the 3 games after one mission in them. Just so that we're not playing with the same characters all the time. Keeps things a bit more fresh. And I think next I would like to jump into Skyward Sword. And yeah, I'm going to be Link for this level.
Link and his troops stepped through one of the portals, appearing in an era of fantastical sights. He had heard tell of a land in the clouds, but now he could see Skyloft with his own eyes, though he was not the first new arrival. Overrun with monsters, the floating island faced imminent destruction. Though vastly outnumbered, Link did not hesitate. He and his allies leapt into the fray to save Skyloft from disaster.
Okay, right, let's get my bearings once more. So, everything is with Link this time. Nice and easy. So, southernmost owl statue, cross the bridge, and then the north. Hey, Blunter, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Thank you for the jump scare. North rock face peak, okay. And then the Skulltula is near the goddess statue, which I believe is this big one in the middle. That is not marked as a keep at the moment. Yeah. Okay, simple enough. Link's leading a group of troops. A week ago, he was just a trainee. Link is just built different. When you get given that green tunic, they just put you in charge of everyone. Right, is there going to be a cutscene, or am I jumping into some really good music right away? How does it go over here? It's going pretty well, thank you, Blunter. No, we're getting some music. Okay. My name is Fee. I was waiting for you. You are not the master, but I can consider you a master. My mission is to serve you. My assistance is necessary for your success. Shall I accompany you? So this remix is a remix of Skyloft, and it is absolutely banging. It is one of my favourite remixes in this game. It shouldn't work this well as a rock theme, but it just does. Oh, it is so magical to listen to. So yeah, obviously Fee is here, makes a lot of sense. She is the companion character from Skyward Sword, basically the second most important character in the game. And you may have also noticed on one of the text box dialogues here earlier that Girahim is also around. Being the main villain of the game, yeah, of course he's showing his face. I do love me some Girahim though, he is one of my favourite non-Ganon villains in the series. Yeah, the soup stuff in Skyward Sword is really weird, Sam. I don't know why that, of all things, was referenced. Hey, speaking of Girahim, there he is. Right, anyway, while I'm this way, there should be a piece of heart around here. Where am I looking? Go west from the southernmost owl statue, cross the bridge. I've crossed the bridge. Maybe I've gone past the bolt. There it is. Oh yeah, Girahim's theme as it built up through the game was amazing. Okay, looks like it's not actually going to let me play as Fee on this stage, so I'll have to save talking about her for the next one. Now, some people do pronounce it Fi, but I don't know why, I've always just defaulted to Fee. It just makes more sense to me, it rolls off my tongue a lot better. It's a much more welcoming name. Apparently you did not need my help at all for Fee. Here's Levias, the big boy. But yeah, this theme, as well as just being great, is also really nostalgic for me. Skyward Sword was coming out just as I was getting into the Zelda series, so I'm very nostalgic for that time. I like Skyward Sword, I think, a lot more than most people do. As for Fee, she's obviously also quite unpopular, and yeah, she can be a bit chatty, but I've always just had a bit of an attachment to her. I think she's got a cool design, and hey, I kind of like the percentage-y robot talk. I don't know, sue me. Right, Girahim is coming out. Let's go handle him. Let's go say hi to one of my favourite Zelda characters, Fee Fi Fo Fum. I should have called the stream that. Interesting that Arelphos are here, because they are not Skyward Sword enemies. The Moblins are, obviously. And why they brought the Skyward Sword Moblins in instead of, like, literally any other Moblin, I don't know, because they are so weird. Okay, Girahim is nearly down. Oh, Fee's at it again with her percentages. But hey, I'm an analytical software engineer. I like percentages. They make sense to me. Right, looks like Girahim is out of here. He was merely a distraction on this level. I'm sure he'll be back, though. Oh, hello. There's a couple of moblins in here. How moblins look is how I feel after I go out for a big dinner. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. Oh, this 2 combo for Link is just so good. So powerful. Really great at clearing crowds. Same. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, Skulltula has spawned in. I should be able to get this one. I believe it is near the goddess statue, which of course, I can't really pan my camera up to it properly, but it is here in all of its glory. I am glad that since Skyward Sword, Hylia and the goddess statues have just become a regular recurring part of the series, because it is a really, really cool design. All those years of cutting grass has paid off. Speaking of... Right, I'm about to share an unpopular opinion with all of you. But I think Skyward Sword Bokoblins might be my favourite. Now, I do love the Breath of the Wild ones. They are really goofy and fun. But there's just something about these guys. They look so derpy. They're really cute. And I love the screams that they make as well. Yeah, this keep is not very populated. There we go. Oh, I'm not the only one. Okay. You officially have good opinions, Blunter. I mean, I still... The Breath of the Wild Bokoblins are probably a close second. Also, I love that these guys wear, like, various printed underpants. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can see them. These guys have, like, leopard prints on them, or cheetah prints. I always thought that was really funny. I know, one of the colour variants in Skyward Sword has zebra ones. I want to say it was the blue ones, or it might be the green ones. Right, Fee, I have cleared a massive path for you. Why are you still back there? On their own, they're a bit derpy, but as an army, pretty intimidating. Yeah. Also, the Ocarina of Time stage had Ocarina of Time bomb flowers. We've got Skyward Sword ones here. I just love the attention to detail. I love how much care they've shown towards all these different games. But yeah, Skyward Sword being here also does make a lot of sense. It's the start of the timeline, and I believe it was the most recent 3D game when this game came out. Oh, keep saboteurs, lovely. I'll go deal with them while Fee is pissing about. Oh, can I just catch all of them in one big? Yeah. Was Levias supposed to have spawned in there? Because I did not see him. Okay, the saboteurs are nearly down, just one left. Right, let's capture this keep and then rejoin with Fee. There is definitely a lot less to juggle in this level than there was in the Goron one. This one is a lot simpler. Right, this one... Hello. I want to head this way to take the keep anyway for a piece of heart, so I can deal with you now. The Skyward Sword level is more linear. Yeah, it fits quite well, doesn't it? I very much doubt that was intentional, but it works really well. To be fair, I know that is one of the biggest complaints with Skyward Sword, but honestly, I've never really minded the linearity. I think the individual levels in Skyward Sword are designed really well. They're really fun to go through. You swear you've only had a pint, but you're out of it. Oh, I know that feeling. I used to be able to drink so much, but these days, just not at all. Goron level is a lot of running up and down the mountain, yeah. There's a lot of back and forth because of Darunia. Welcome to old age. Yeah, I know. I hate it. Oh, there's a lot of guys in here. Best be dealing with them. Oh my god, there are a lot of guys. What the hell? There's like 5 of them. Okay, I have a special. Let's try and catch them all in it. Okay, one of them's down. Two of them are down. Hey, Karkis, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Currently facing a crisis so great you must stop lurking. But goblins have only ever been in 5 games. Yeah, they've not really been in many. I believe they were introduced in the Wind Waker. They skipped Twilight Princess because we had... No, they were in Twilight Princess. I forgot they were in Twilight Princess because we had Bolbins as the main guys. Then they were in Skyward Sword, and then Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom had them. But they do feel like they've been around a lot longer. Wait, where are you going? Come here. Okay, it looks like Fee is keeping Volga busy, so I'm gonna go and take his keep while I'm here. Because why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I take his keep? It's here and I want it. I deserve it more than him. Is Fee dying a fail condition? I can't remember how you see them. Yeah, shit. Okay. Best go and save her. God damn it, Fee. I thought I could rely on you. My god, there are so many Lizalfos and Arelfos. I guess they came with Volga, because they are nothing to do with Skyward Sword. Okay, they're dealt with. Okay, looks like Volga is just chilling. Oh no, he's on the move. Okay. Let's go take him out. I think he is the final boss of this chapter, so unfortunately my poor OCD heart is going to be sad that I can't capture all the keeps. It's the way it goes sometimes. God, focus mode is fun. There is one character who is just absolutely hilariously broken when they're in focus mode. And I really, really can't wait until I get to play as them. Okay, Volga has decided to power himself up. That is very cool. Oh my god, I am taking a lot of damage. Right, let's head over to the fairy fountain then. Guess there's more to this level than I remembered. Okay, there we go. It's one down. And that's both of them down. Nice. Let's get a great fairy up in here then. What is this one gonna do? I forgot about this one. These fairy cutscenes are so stupid, and I love them. Hello, Volga. It's time to finish you off. Or you're gonna finish me off. I'm a little worried that he's gonna kill me. I am on quite low health. Okay, the Arolfos is down. I can't really... I can't say that properly. That is such a difficult word. Arolfos. Arolfos? God, you really don't like showing your weak point, do you? The flying enemy, yeah, that's much easier to say. Ugh! I need grass! Okay, I'm so glad he's not doing that at me. There we go, got him. Peak gameplay. Just juggle them in the corner. God, his weak point gauge does not stay out for very long with that move. God damn it. There we go. That was very close, but he's down. That was a bit of a difficulty spike. I don't remember that being so difficult. Could just be because it's been a long time since I've properly played this game. Ooh, Girahim's got a scheme going. Well, that's 2 levels down, and I'm only an hour in. Do seem to be getting through the levels a lot faster today than I did on Saturday, though that's probably because I have a lot less to talk about and explain. I can just kind of play the game and get on with it. Ah, look at all these lovely materials, guts and skin. Okay, right. I guess it's time to head over to the land of Twilight and jump into Twilight Princess. Hey, Rinley, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Here for the Zelda tunes. Oh, you've missed one of the best ones already. Although, don't worry. Another really good one is coming. Right, okay, I guess now is finally time to talk about Lana's spear, which I'll say is not my favourite weapon in the game.
Lana stepped through her portal and found a jarring sight. Wherever she looked, the kingdom was consumed by shadow. Though she knew of the Twilight Realm, she had never seen it firsthand. Lana's sorcery could not reveal who or what was causing the Twilight to cover Hyrule so completely. She soon came upon a small village beset by monsters. Her mission to close the Gate of Souls would have to wait.
Okay, let's do my check for my collectibles. So, directly north from where I meet a certain character. Then, Sorceress's Keep. Okay, that is over there. And then it's near the owl statue in the southwest. Yeah, Lana's a cutie. That has been said about her before. You were meant to do some editing, but you got sidetracked by Twitch panels, and now your About page has been refreshed all of a sudden. I mean, that's still productive, so you got something done. Right, I have a funny feeling that we're going to be hearing some really new banging music again. Don't squish me! Ah! Close one. Are you alright? Yes, and who might you be? I'm Lana. I'm looking for the Gate of Souls. I just don't know where to look. Gate of Souls? Never seen one before. But I can take you right to where you want to go. How would you do that? With this goddess butterfly, of course. It will guide us through the Twilight Realm. So, Agatha is definitely something of a left field choice for Twilight Princess, but honestly, I kind of love it. She's definitely one of the more memorable side characters from that game, and it is nice to see her here. Not everyone has to be like a super serious, heroic character. And yeah, the music. I mean, Twilight Princess is a great soundtrack anyway, but I love how in Hyrule Warriors all the Twilight Princess tracks combine like flute with electric guitar. It just sounds really, really nice. Anyway, as for Lana's spear, I am not a fan of this weapon. It's very slow, and its moves don't really flow together nicely. And there's RNG elements to some of its moves as well, which is just not really what you want. It is water element, and that is a pretty effective elemental effect when it applies. But it just doesn't do enough to save the weapon. And it also disappoints me because, I mean, just look at this moveset. This should be Saria's moveset. Why does Lana have it? They understood she was a star with staying power. You know, everyone was talking about Twilight Princess. They were like, oh, Midna needs to come back. Nah. It's Agatha. Agatha needs to come back. She should be the new Tingle. Okay, so this stage has a unique gimmick, and that is the Twilight Realm. Basically, enemy keeps are going to have this big barrier around them. And I can't remember the exact effects of the Twilight, but I think it makes enemies stronger, that sort of thing. I probably could have researched ahead of time what it does, but I'm lazy. And I think that is valid reasoning. Now, my one disappointment with the Twilight Realm in this game is that it doesn't really fully commit visually to the bit. It kind of plays lip service to how the Twilight looks in Twilight Princess, but it's not quite all there. Looks like I can't really make much progress going that way, though. Yeah, this first Twilight Princess map, while I do like the Twilight as a gimmick, I think it's a pretty weak choice overall. For Ocarina of Time, we got Death Mountain, which is, you know, iconic area of the game. For Skyward Sword, we got Skyloft, the main hub town of the game. And then for Twilight Princess, we got Hyrule Field. But we already had a Hyrule Field map, and this one just doesn't look as nice. It's kind of bland looking. Thankfully, the second Twilight Princess map does more than make up for it, but this one is, yeah, it's just not as good. Okay, looks like Agatha is stuck somewhere. And looks like I was going completely the wrong way to deal with this summoner. But yeah, it really is the music that saves this stage for me. The music here is incredible. Hello! Have a cannonball. Yeah, once I'm done with this level, I do not imagine that I'm going to be playing with the spear very much. That is one benefit of characters having multiple weapons. If you don't like a moveset, you can just go, well, I ain't playing it then. Ah, yes, so part of the gimmick of the Twilight Realm is that instead of regular keep bosses, you have these dark enemies, which are obviously a lot harder to kill. I say that, he didn't really put up much of a fight. Okay, I feel like I missed one of the pieces of heart. Okay, it should be where Agatha is, so I'll head back over that way. But yeah, when you take a keep that is afflicted with the Twilight, you get rid of the Twilight. I believe if an enemy recaptures it, the Twilight will come back. I do believe this little corner of the map is based on Kakariko Village from Twilight Princess, but I could be misremembering that wrong. I do remember it having something of like a Western Valley aesthetic. Oh, okay, I need the hook shot for... I need the hook shot for the piece of heart in this level. It's not quite as... Actually, I'd say this is worse than in the Goron level, because... In the Goron level, you could theoretically get the hook shot before this level, but you can't get it before this level. Because it's in the level after this one. Why are you making me replay things, game? Hey, let's spawn another Deku tree. Why not? Oh, that was just a normal tree. That's boring. Come on, I'd like a Deku Sprout. I want to see cute. There he is! At the very least, this moveset is fun to watch. I love hitting people with the giant trees that I've summoned. Okay then, Agatha, lead the way. It's nice how easy it is to lift the Twilight this time around. Wouldn't have to want to go hunting for bugs. Let it go. That insect is important. Why? So it can fly around and spread poison on my forces? What? Actually, the butterfly you see now is not of a poisonous genus, I can assure you. Genus? This is a goddess butterfly. If you ask it kindly, it will guide you anywhere you want to go. Isn't that nice? Guide me anywhere, huh? Hey, butterfly. Take me to that ugly witch. Oh my, whatever should we do? Guess we'll just have to fight it out. So yeah, it wouldn't be a Twilight Princess level without the Twilight Princess herself now, would it? Hello, Midna. Everyone's been begging for you to come back for years, and here you are. So I do believe this is the first level we're seeing where you have two enemy forces rather than just one. So we've got these yellow forces who are on Midna's side, and then the red forces are the regular enemies who are serving Sia. They will battle each other as well as you. This is something that, again, that the later Hyrule Warriors games don't do, and I'd like to see come back because it just adds a lot of variety to the levels. Yeah, I remember when this game was coming out, and just the hype when people realized Midna was going to be in it. The people love Midna. And you know what? I love Midna too. Yep, gotta give the people what they want. That's what these games do. It is a bit weird, though, that Midna has Ocarina of Time forces fighting for her. I'm not quite sure where she got those from. My god, I launched that captain miles away. Okay, there are some enemies getting frighteningly close to my base. Oh, and we've got a Skulltula. Okay. Time to do some warping around the battlefield then. Let's go to that one. Let's get my Skulltula. Nice and out in the open. Perfect. And then let's head over to the base. This warping mechanic is a godsend. I'm so glad they added it. Hey, what do you mean Agatha is not fleeing? No, Agatha is fine. Agatha, don't you go dying on me. I've got enough to worry about as it is. Hello, winged enemy. I'm not going to try and pronounce your name again because it didn't go well for me last time. Do I ever use the Ocarina outside of the story? On some levels, I believe. I believe some adventure maps do make use of it, and I probably do use it there because time is very important there. Okay, from here, I can make my way towards that keep then. And I do want to head over that way. I believe there's a piece of heart in it. Okay, Midna is not a happy girl. Oh god, there's a Dark Knight in here. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, he's dealt with. Okay, hopefully I can capture this place before Agatha gets herself killed. And hopefully before I get killed by Midna. Yeah, Midna is attacking game. Yes, I'm very, very well aware of that fact. Midna is attacking, it says, while she is literally slapping me in the face. Right, there's my piece of hearts. Thank you. Let's head over to Agatha. Hey, you leave my girl alone. You big bully. There she is. She's got a bloody umbrella and a dress. And you're in a big fuck-off suit of armour with a massive sword, and you think that's a fair fight? I mean, it's not fair. She would kick your butt, but... you wouldn't know that. Okay, keep saboteurs. Lovely. And on this level, they're particularly important, because if they succeed, Minna is going to get powered up. And as much as I love her, I do not want that. Okay, the Deku Tree firing squad is pretty fun. It's extremely silly, but that's why I love it. You can tell I don't play this weapon much because I forgot that it was even a thing. Agatha's getting bullied again. Leave her alone. Okay, there's one more patch of Twilight. Should probably go and deal with that. Get rid of you. Okay, there's still one Dark Nut somewhere, apparently. Okay, nice. That's all the Twilight cleared. Where is this Dark Nut, then? I mean, Agatha looks fine. There's no Dark Nuts here. Yeah, the Twilight doesn't really come up very often. It's only when you're on this map. Okay, it looks like I spoke too soon. A Dark Nut. Hey, I got the spinning thing to work! Nice! Ah, there's the Dark Nut. Right, let's cut him off before he gets to Agatha then. How many darks could a Dark Nut not nut? What? Okay, he's down. Let's try and capture this keep then. Weaken Midna. Okay, Agatha is heading to safety. Good. Get out of here, Dark Nut. We should call you Dark Nut Nut. You know, sometimes I think I should probably be checked for something. The things that go through my brain are not normal. I completely missed that. Okay, hello there, Midna. You may be a fan favourite character, but I'm going to give you a beating regardless. Hey, she hummed the thing! I love it when game references other game. Makes me happy. Okay, it wasn't actually beneficial to launch her that far away because I nearly wasted my focus magic. Why are we beating up Midna? Because she stole my butterfly. Because she's being a big old jerk. Anyway, there we go. That is that level done. See, look, she upset Agatha. How can you upset that little cutie? How long do you think the VOD would be if you edited it to append another dark to the start and nut to the end every time I say it? Significantly longer. This game really puts Ben's unusual tastes on full display. I can't even deny that one, can I? Hello, Deku-Tree. Goodbye, Deku-Tree. I wish I had your Lego set. But you're very expensive. Which one would I build if I had the set? See, that's the thing, I don't know. I love both Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild. So I'd love to have either one of them. Right, anyway, that is the halfway mark of this particular act of the game, so I think now is probably a good time to start looking at my badges and stuff. Should probably focus on the new characters. If I can find them. Yeah, let's get some stuff for Darunia. I guess I should get it twice. I mean, like Blunter said, I would double never financially recover if I did that. I am planning on buying the Ocarina of Time Ganon set though, because it's a little bit more affordable. And it does look really cool. Okay, was able to get a good amount for Darunia. What about Ruto? Not that I've had a chance to play as any of these new characters I'm powering up yet. Okay, couldn't get too much for Ruto. Okay, Agatha. Okay, can get a bit more for you. They were going to make Agatha playable, they should have made Mallow playable as well. I need him in the sequel. And I need a remix of his theme as well. I keep saying the sequel, like we're ever going to get a sequel. One can only dream. Okay, couldn't get too much for Midna. Which is fair, I've not played as her properly yet. How are we looking for weapons? Anything particularly interesting? No, not really. Maybe on Impa, because I did get her level 2 weapon. Yeah, I can probably fuse some stuff onto this weapon. Let's go for the Water Plus. Din's Fire, eh? Yeah, all of these badges are named after various Zelda items. While I'm looking at weapons, you will notice this one has a bit of a weird-looking skill on it. Basically, you have to unlock these by killing that number of enemies with this weapon. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. That sort of thing I'll probably grind off-stream. Probably not for tier 1 weapons like this, but later on. Yeah, that'll probably do it for bizarre stuff. So, since this is the halfway mark, and it is also about halfway through stream, I think I'm going to go take a quick break. I'll see you all in a moment. I'm back! Did you miss me? So, the interesting thing about these three particular games is they're all on the child timeline. That's where the timeline split for the first time. Child timeline before the split. Now, Hyrule Warriors is not canon. They have made that very clear. But Zelda canon is a mess anyway. Who's to say that we can't fit this at the end of the child timeline? Right, okay, so for this second set of levels, I'm thinking I would like to start with Skyward Sword, get it out of the way, then go to Twilight Princess, as that is where the hookshot is, and I don't believe I need it. Don't believe I need it for this first Skyward Sword level. Yeah, no mention of it. Hey Ben, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And then, yeah, I'll do Ocarina of Time last. We can bookend this entire section of the game with Ocarina of Time. Okay, sealed grounds then. Yeah, let's play as Fi. Why not?
Fi, a servant of the goddess Hylia, joined Link, and together they drove away the Dragon Knight Volga. But despite the victory, Girahim managed to slip away in the chaos. Hoping to destroy Girahim and close the Gate of Souls, Link followed Fi's advice and hurried to the sealed grounds. The Hyrulean army advanced quickly in order to catch up to their quarry. And that was when Girahim sprang his trap.
What have you missed? So, I beat up some Gorons. I used the power of magic soup to defeat Girahim and Volga. And then we beat up Midna because she stole Agatha's butterfly. That is about what you've missed. Right, let's just scope out the battlefield quickly. So, Fi's heart container is a rock directly east of temple entrance. Which is not marked on the map. And I'm not sure which one it is. It's probably that one up in the middle, or one of those two, thinking about it. So it's probably somewhere there. As Link capture the West Keep. Okay, so that is there. There is another treasure in the East Cannon Keep. That doesn't matter. I'm not even sure if it'll let me play as Link this level, to be honest. And then the Skulltula is located behind a wall of vines on the east. Okay, seems pretty simple enough. More music time. So this track I probably don't like as much as some of the others that we've heard today, but it's still pretty decent. It is a remix of the Imprison's battle theme from Skyward Sword, which isn't really that much of a surprise considering where we are. But yeah, in terms of maps, I think the Sealed Ground is a really, really good choice. It's obviously got quite a unique shape to it, and it is a very important area to Skyward Sword. You come here a lot. Oh, fair enough, Bunter. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you later. So, Fi. How is Fi as a playable character? Well, to be honest, I'm not really a fan. She is very mobile. All of her attacks are like dance moves, and as you can see, she kind of just flies around the battlefield. She travels further than any other character does with her basic attack string. I think it's like twice as far, and that can be pretty fun for dealing with crowds, but when you're trying to fight single targets like this, she is very unwieldy and difficult to aim. She does have a mechanic where if I do a heavy attack, she will point herself skyward and charge herself up, just like in Skyward Sword. It's the Skyward Strike. And this will imbue all of her attacks with the light element, which is essentially a damage boost with extra steps. But it's just another thing to manage for her, and it's a lot of effort to play her well. And even when you do play her well, she just doesn't feel that powerful compared to other characters, which is a shame, because I do like Fi. I think she's fun. She's a cool character, I just wish her moveset was a bit better. She's not completely unusable, like I said last time. You can succeed in this game with anyone if you're willing to practice and put the time in. But there's just other characters I find more fun and would rather learn. SMH not having to hold the Wii Remote upright to charge it. Can't believe they dumbed down the controls. Well, if it makes you happy, Ben, every time I do it, I will hold my controller up. Look. There you go. Nintendo Land Zelda minigame. I do love the Nintendo Land Zelda minigame. Isn't light also a bit of a stinky element? Yeah, it's not the best. Remember her not being very strong, but satisfying to play as. Yeah, if you can, like, figure out her moveset, she's really fluid and fun. But it just takes so much more effort to succeed with her than it does as many other characters. For example, Link, who is just really powerful. Right, West Keep. Okay, I can actually go there and get my heart container now. Then I believe Fi's was east of the temple entrance. So I'll be able to get that as I go a little bit further into the level. Oh, playing through this just reminds me of how much I like the visual style of Skyward Sword. I think I love that game a lot more than most people do. One day I will stream Skyward Sword. It is on my list of Zelda games I would like to stream. With you on liking it, considering your playthrough a few years ago, I enjoyed you streaming that. That was a lot of fun. Speaking of Skyward Sword, though, I'm very glad they brought the Skullmasters in, because they are a really, really cool mid-boss. and they fit this game so well. I would like to see them come back in another game. In fact, I'd just like any kind of Stalfos to come back. In Breath of the Wild, we only got the Stal variants of existing enemies, and we didn't get proper Stalfos, which is a bit disappointing. Expect to hear me complain about Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom enemy variety a lot this year. It's gonna come up a lot. Okay, I think I have pretty good control of the battlefield at the moment. There's only really a few outposts that I don't have. Yeah, it's definitely one of my biggest issues with the game. That and the dungeons. Tears of the Kingdom only partially rectified both, but I will not go too much more in depth on that for now. There'll be plenty of time to talk about that later. Still need to play Skyward Sword. It is, I think you'll enjoy it when you get into it. The controls can be a lot to get used to, but it has a really great story and some fantastic music. And some of the best dungeons in the series. Up there with Twilight Princess, I would say. Right, I'm just trying to get to 1,000 enemies now so I can get my Skulltula out the way quickly. HD version, from what you can tell, is definitely the best way to go. Yeah, because you've got the option, you can do motion controls, but if you don't like them, you can turn them off. And you can't do that with the original. I mean, personally for me, I don't think I would turn them off because it's kind of part of the fun. Maybe when I stream it, I will, just because it'll be easier to stream it at my desk that way. Yeah, they do lots of quality of life stuff as well. The only really dumb thing about the HD version is that they locked fast travel behind an amiibo. Now, the original didn't really have fast travel, so it's not like you're missing not having it, but if they're going to program it, why put it behind an amiibo? Such a strange choice. Oh. Was not meaning to switch there. I mean, honestly, I probably should play as Fia a bit more this level. Kind of is her chance to shine. This map is really, really big. It's very uniquely shaped, but it can be a bit of a pain to get around it. Not many owl statues either. Okay, I think I'm getting close to the bomb rock that I'm looking for. You have the amiibo, but not the game. I mean, to be fair, it is a cool amiibo, so I'm not going to judge that purchasing decision. I do want it myself. I have Skyward Sword Link, but I don't have Skyward Sword Zelda. Okay, yeah, so this level's unique mechanic. Girahim is able to mind control your soldiers and turn them against you. I don't know why, because I don't believe he could actually do that in Skyward Sword, but he can here. Okay, this is probably the rock I'm looking for. You need to open Skyward Sword Link. He's a cool amiibo. I'd go and get him, but he's all the way over there, and I'm lazy. Okay, I think that's the first level. Also, no, the other Skyward Sword level. I was able to get both heart containers and the Skulltula. The other two I've had to go back to. Also scared to open the squishy Metroid case. Mine's not been too bad. It's squishy, but it's still like a hard shell, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like gooey or anything. It is like solid plastic. It's just soft solid plastic. And I mean, you know how OCD I can get about this sort of stuff, so if I'm saying it's fine. Okay, I really probably should order Link to go and take care of some of these guys. Let's have him go to that one first. He seems to be enjoying himself. Ooh, there's a chest here that I missed. You're also waiting for the opportunity to get a new media shelf for your games and stuff. Yeah, that's fair enough. I suppose you don't really have much shelf space at the moment. That is the benefit of having my own place. I can use my space as I see fit. That said, I don't tend to have my game stuff just all over the flat. I keep it contained to one room. If I have guests over, I can shut this door and pretend I'm a normal person. Unless they're staying here, in which case they sleep in this room. God, there's a lot of these guys. Okay, I'm gonna go for the one in the south, just because he hasn't captured a keep yet, and I can maybe prevent him. Oh, and he is in my main base as well. Okay, lovely. See, that's a pain I don't have to deal with. Although I'm getting close to that point. I am running out of shelf space on my current shelves, and there's more amiibo I want to get, there's more Bionicles I want to get, and I have nowhere to put them. Right, you were the leader. I believe that stops all of the turncoats. That was quite the scream, goddamn. Let's go and reclaim this keep. You've got the Skell model kit, but all your Xenoblade merch is currently stacked in a tiny cabinet. I want the Skell model kit, but I also don't want to build it, because I have fallen out with model kits recently. Oh, has the enemy figured out my plans? How unpleasant. Truthfully, I feel annoyed. If they can't learn to follow my direction, then I shall do away with them. Well, if you knew where we were, you might have had a feeling about who was going to pop out of the ground. Not this fucking thing again. Yeah, so the imprisoned is here, and he is just as, if not more annoying than he was in Skyward Sword. Oh god, not this boss. Yes, that is the reaction. Ben is happy with the amiibo he has right now. I'm not. There's loads more I want. Yeah, I get what you mean about living with smokers, Sam. Nicotine discoloration is something I would be paranoid of as well. Yes, I did build the Siren one, and that is what put me off, to be honest. Alright, you know the deal. Take out his toes. I mean, of all the bosses they could have brought from Skyward Sword, there are so many good ones. There's Girahim himself, he is here. There's Koloktos. There's Moldarak. And they brought the fucking Imprisoned. Yeah, I'm so sad they never made Xenoblade X amiibo. Where are you going, my friend? Not quite sure what I did there. But yeah, this guy is supposed to be, like, the big, bad, evil Demon King. Why does he look like an avocado, and why does he have marshmallows for toes? Like, what is this design? I love your Skyward Sword, but what the fuck is this? Also, I love you Hyrule Warriors. Why the fuck did you bring this back? Yeah, I mean, if I'd actually played a Resident Evil game, a Leon amiibo would be pretty cool. Please don't destroy my keep. Ah, I see. There's a Grucinator in the keep. And so, dear viewers, I have a very important question for you. Where the fuck is Gruce? Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess both got 2 good guy characters. Skyward Sword only got Fi. Where is Gruce? He is the best character in the game, maybe even in the series. He is magnificent. Why is he not here? Where's my boy? Anyway, let's use the Grucinator. I mean, Ben, you've played more Resident Evil than I have. This is the funniest boss they could have made you fight again. Oh, and you fight it loads in Adventure Mode too. It's just so annoying. It managed to be the worst boss in not just 1, but 2 games. Which, honestly, is impressive. I kind of respect it. Why are you regrowing your toes? You've already got them. Oh, okay, now he's got the shockwaves. Makes it even more fun to deal with. Is this section set before Skyward Sword? I guess so, yeah. The timeline of these fan service levels is a little bit wonky. Okay, you know what? I've got a better idea. Ugh! Jesus Christ. Oh no! Hold on, I broke all your toes! You don't just get to skip the weak point phase. That's not allowed. I was going to say maybe Gruce is still in Skyloft, but the weapon he invented is here. Yeah, like I said, the timeline of these fanservice-y bits is a little bit wonky, plus we have just been to Skyloft, so we could have met him there. It's decided to do what's called a pro-gamer move. I wish it wouldn't. God, I hate this fucking thing. You blame Sia for messing with the timelines. Yeah, it basically is her fault. Oh my god, you're still not dead. Jesus Christ. Oh, for Hylia's sake, just die. If they were going to bring you in, why couldn't they have just brought Demise in? He's a much cooler boss fight. Oh yeah, this thing in adventure mode is horrendous. There's one level in particular I'm thinking of that is just genuinely really fucking awful. We'll get to that. Right, do we have another Grucinator in here? Yes, we do. Oh, and I can't use it. Oh, no. There we go. Yes, I can. Wait, no, I can't. What? I've taken the keep. Let me use the Grucinator. He's healing! Let me use it! Get fucked, imprisoned. Oh, and it's dead. Nice. Yeah, that thing is just the worst.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
But yeah, as I was saying, the timeline of this part of the game is a bit wonky. So, Skyward Sword mostly appears to be pre-Skyward Sword, besides the Grucinator. Obviously, somehow Girahim gets to Skyloft, presumably because of Sia. Twilight Princess could happen during the events of Twilight Princess, because, well, you'll see a certain someone is still around. But they imply that it's Sia who transformed Midna rather than Zant. And then Ocarina of Time is all kinds of weird, because it's the adult versions of the characters. But the 3 games we have on display here suggest the child timeline. So presumably it's 7 years after the ending of Ocarina of Time. An equivalent point in time to the adult section of the game, but on the other timeline. Really, it's just best not to think about it too much. It's not really the point of the game. Something wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Yeah, I mean, basically any and all inconsistencies you can basically just blame Sia for. Just say, yep, she messed it up. It is fun to overthink things, you are correct. I mean, if we didn't overthink things, there would be so many Zelda tubers who don't have a job, because that is basically their job. And I've always enjoyed speculating about the Zelda timeline, and I am determined that if I ever do my own Zelda theory, I'm going to make this game canon somehow. I'm going to make it work. Because if frickin' Triforce Heroes gets to be canon, this can be canon too. This game is so much more deserving of a spot on the timeline than Triforce Heroes. I'd rather they overthink Zelda than what some people do with their time on YouTube in relation to Nintendo. That is a very good point. Okay, an Assault Trooper has got into my base. That is a bit of a problem. Our ending to Triforce Heroes should be the canon ending. What? They just saw how bullshit it was and gave up. Yeah, I agree. I really wanted to like that game, but at just every turn, it found a new way to piss me off. Right, okay, it's time to take the fight to Girahim then. Feels a bit strange dealing with the imprisoned before Girahim, but it is what it is, I suppose. Also, it is kind of weird to think about. It's been mentioned that the Great Evil is sealed in the 3 various timelines. So he is here, but also so is Demise as the imprisoned. What is your ending, and also the real one, because you don't know what happens? Our ending was we gave up on the volcano level because the boss was absolutely bullshit. And the real ending is... I don't know. I haven't looked it up on YouTube because the game is stupid and I don't care. Yeah, it's no Federation Force. Federation Force was actually fun. The internet would crucify us for saying that, but I'm going to stick by my opinion. Okay, the spinny thing applies to the Style Masters as well as the Dark Nuts, it seems. Which is good to know. Oh, thank you, Fee. That means a lot. I am indeed the true hero of Hyrule. I am literally Link. Master, raise your sword skyward, then swing it down. There we go, that is the first of the 3 Gate of Souls closed. And Girahim is dead for now. And a tier 2 weapon for Link. Nice, though we're not really going to get much of a chance to use it. You will see. Federation Force is awesome for giving everyone Metroid Rocket League via download play. I forgot about that minigame. I don't think we ever played that. You imagine it'd be a ball ache in solo play or with the randoms. But yeah, with 4 friends, it's a lot of fun. And I would like to see it brought to Switch. I'd even take a sequel. I don't think we'll get one, but I'd take one. Okay then, moving on to Twilight Princess Part 2. The Shadow King. Do I not get to play as Agatha? Aww. So, I guess that makes sense. In the original Wii U version of Hyrule Warriors, you didn't unlock Agatha and Ruto through the story. They were there in the story, but you had to go into adventure mode to unlock them. That's no longer the case in Definitive Edition. They've made them unlockable as part of the story, and they've changed which characters you unlock in adventure mode. But I guess it still doesn't let me play as them, which is a shame. I guess I will play as Midna then. There are collectibles for her, and she is the new character. I would like to talk about her. Federation Force HD or 2?
Lana had saved an unusual girl named Agatha from the Twilight. To thank Lana for her rescue, Agatha gave her a goddess butterfly, an insect that could guide her wherever she wished to go. A curious Twily named Midna also joined the party for reasons of her own. The heroes follow the goddess butterfly, eventually arriving at the Palace of Twilight. There, they met a terrible foe. It was Zant, the usurper king of the Twilight Realm. Lana and Midna would have to overcome his unnatural powers to complete their task.
Girahim was here, of course Zant is here too, and I'm so happy to see him. I love Zant. He has a really, really cool design, and I know some people aren't a fan of how his story ends up playing out, but aside from his plot getting hijacked, I still think he's a really cool character. Okay, so there's a boulder east of the enemy keep, okay. West Palace if I do get to control Lana, but I'm guessing I won't. And then the Skulltula is under a boulder near the North Palace, which is presumably at the north. Is there, okay. And then lower level east has a chest in it as well, yep. Well, you know the drill. Music. So this theme, I believe, is quite loosely based on... It's either Xant's battle theme or his like just main character theme. I can't remember which of the two. I really, really like how this one sounds. It really, really fits the map quite well. And it's also just a bit different from some of the other tracks in the game. It's still a bit rocky, but it's not like completely rocky. And yeah, Palace of Twilight. I mean, where else were we going to come in Twilight Princess? It's one of the most unique locations in the series. And thankfully Xant is the third character from Twilight Princess. Spares us from a certain abomination showing up. Although I do kind of wish that said abomination would come back, because I think how people react to it would be really funny. Anyway, Midna. So Midna, on paper, is very similar to Fi. She's quite a mobile attacker, and if you don't really know what you're doing, it can be quite hard to aim her. She also has a charge mechanic. If she's able to grab an enemy, she will charge herself, and it will cause her to imbue the Dark Element effect on enemies, which again is basically a damage boost with extra steps, but it is a lot better than the Light Element one. She's a lot better than Fi, though, because while she is mobile, she's not quite as unwieldy, and her combos are just a lot stronger. She's a lot more fun to play. Plus, she rides around on a wolf, and that's just pretty cool. I don't know about you, but I think that's awesome. Also, she does this animation with her big hair hand. I love it. She pushes the enemies around more and flies past them less. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't so chatty today. Fair enough, Rinley. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Was nice to see you. Looks like Zant is trying to pen us in. Saying that I work harder than an ant is very high praise. Ants work amazingly hard. They are probably the hardest workers in the animal kingdom. Oh god, Redeads are here. Or Gibdos, I think. They're basically the same enemy. Doesn't matter which of the two it is. They're both really fucking annoying. Oh, and there's a Beamos as well. Lovely. Oh, it's a Redead. Okay, not a Gibdo. I always mix up the Twilight Princess Redeads and Gibdos because they look very similar. Okay, gimme, gimme, gimme. I do believe this is my hook shot. I've been waiting for this thing all stream. There it is. Of course the hookshot is here. It's the coolest Zelda item ever made. And I need it back. Bit late to tell me about that game. I've been doing that for like 2 streams now. Well, well, well. Skyward Sword had a boss and so does Twilight Princess. It's not the boss I would have chosen, but it is a pretty iconic one. Argarok is here. Plus, you know, dragons are cool, so I get why they picked him. No, Ben, you don't press A to use your item. You press ZR. Right, looks like Argarok has taken a keep. Okay, I don't think there's much I can actually do to him right now, so... I might go and head into the enemy base and see if I can find the heart container that's in there. Oh no, okay, never mind. I can do something now. Right, well, let's deal with you. No, I did not want to get closer to you. That was the wrong item. A bit odd they give you the hook shot in Twilight Princess, considering it had the claw shot instead. You raise a very good point, and when you see what the next level is based on, your point is going to look even more valid. Right, Lana, get here and make us a circle, please. I think you should. Twilight Princess is good. It deserves a second chance. Anyway, let's bring this dragon down to the ground. Well, that wasn't so effective. It's got rid of him for now, though. Right, was it east or west of the enemy keep? East. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. I don't think I can get to the right side. Oh, no, I can. If it would let me play as Agatha now. Oh, no, I can just cut through this way. That's fine. Oh, and I need to head that way anyway, because someone's going to try and kill Agatha. Maybe you'll acquire the Wii U version. I would definitely recommend it. The Wii U version is the way to go, I would say. It just looks a lot nicer. The colours pop a lot more. Come on, can I grab someone, please? There we go. Let's get me a power-up. Oh, I'm not going to judge you for sailing. Yeah. That is perfectly acceptable. Right, I desperately need to get to Agatha now. I would like to play as her. She is there over on the left. She is meant to be playable this level, but she's currently locked. God, Agatha, you have a lot of people trying to kill you. Just wording piracy in a funny way. I know. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I doubt it's what you mean by acquire, but I love how easy it is to do my Wii U discs. Oh yeah. Wait, he's grabbed Agatha? What do you mean he's grabbed Agatha? I was fighting him! He's here! He's literally... Okay. Right, let's go get Agatha then. You managed to get the Wii version fairly cheap. I haven't played it yet. Again, I'd recommend it. It's a Zelda game that... Whenever I do like a ranking of the series, I never seem to put it like super high. It's always somewhere in the middle. But then every time I play it, I realize how good it actually is. Yeah, how has your emulator handheld been? Have you been enjoying it? Okay, I need you to die because there are assault troops heading for my base. Okay, right, round here somewhere. Oh, Scorchula spawned. I hear it. Where is it? Under a boulder on the west side of the North Palace, which is where I am, so it should be. You know, Sam, you raise a good point. Why are there so many things hidden under boulders? Who is putting them there? And right, I need to run to my base really quickly now. You're in the process of replacing a good chunk of the ROMs. Fair enough. I'm assuming the ones that it comes with just aren't super great. Better quality SD card in it and some nice customization. Oh, nice. Okay, my base is not in super great shape. Thank you, Argarok, for that. Okay, looks like I still can't play as Agatha. That's annoying. Here's my heart container. Hopefully this is worth nearly losing the battle. A lot of the Neo Geo ROMs either didn't work or had corrupt graphics. Oof. You know, I don't think I've ever played a Neo Geo game. Right, Agatha, could you, like, stop dying for 5 minutes and let me play as you, please? Right, can I command her at least? Just to... No, I can't even command her. That's dumb. Oh my god, they are spawning a lot this level. Right, Lana, could you get here and make a circle, please? Now I can play as Agatha. Okay, right. First things first. Let's get her the fuck out of there. Right, and then... get after that guy. And I'll talk about you in just a moment. Been playing Pokemon Pinball. I have never played any of the... I've never played any just, like, pinball game that isn't, like, a pinball table. It's because there's no random pinball spin-offs that Pokemon is failing. You may have a point. Okay, once again, that didn't do very much. Okay. Right, let's have Midna cut you off, and then let's swap to Agatha. So, Agatha is one of the least popular characters on the roster, because a lot of people find her very hard to use. She doesn't have many combos, and the ones that she does have do need to be very precisely aimed. But she is really good at positioning and area control. And if you like to play defensively, she is your girl, because she can summon this massive butterfly, And due to how her hitbox works, she's really, really hard to hit while she's on it. And once you get good with her, she's actually a lot of fun. She's a lot more fun than you'd expect. Try using explosive beds to kill the boss. I hear that's a good strategy. Is that a Minecraft reference? Oh, Argarok is back. Lovely. And a Keep Saboteur has made it through. Wouldn't want to see the performance of a physics-based game by Modern Game Freak. Oh, yeah, that is a scary point. A very scary point. Might be thinking of a different Shadow Dragon. It's fine, Game Freak didn't make the pinball games. Yeah, the spin-offs are handled by other teams usually. Right, summon my big beetle boy! Yes, I love that move. Let's get me on my butterfly. Okay, the base is in bad shape. But it's time for my favourite Great Fairy cutscene. Let me tell you, this one. Oh, it's worth the wait. They've missed Argarok. But that's not what they were aiming for. Oh, I remember seeing that for the first time. It made me so happy. Why did they put together a team of crowd-controlled girlies? What are they plotting? They want me to struggle against single enemies, it seems. Anyway, now that Argarok has been quite violently brought to Earth, it is time to kill him. Although saying that, there is still a Keep Saboteur that Midna was meant to deal with, but she's not done a very good job of dealing with. Right, then back over to Agatha, because who else to fight a dragon with but with the Bug Princess? Let's bring him down. Oh my god, how many frickin' enemies are there? Hey, hold on, no, I hit that. You like how a lot of story missions have the heroes begin to lose until they cheat and ask a Great Fairy to help? It's a good life lesson. If you're failing, speak to someone magic. Okay, right, Midna, I need you to get your ass over here, please. There is a massive crowd of enemies coming for me. My god, why are there so many? Oh, hello, Zan. Canonically, a single Great Fairy could stop the moon, but all of them chose not to. Yeah, that's because they're jerks. Oh, I love Zan. He is so silly. He looks really intimidating, and then you see how he acts. Why do I not have the hook shot equipped? I was literally just on it. Okay, the D-pad screwed me there. Okay, why is Zan I didn't think he joined the level until later. I thought you beat Argarok and then you fought Zan. Okay, Midna, help, please. Okay, I'm going to try and catch as many of them in my special as I can. Yeah, we've seen you, Zan. You do your thing, but do it quietly. You think they sped it up. I mean, if they could speed it up, they could probably stop it. Be grateful the Great Fairies are not known for their spite. Yeah, they could cause some real trouble if they wanted to. Okay, that was a nice big crowd. Okay, I'm really hoping this kills most of the captain enemies around here. Aren't the Great Fairies powered by money? Maybe the ones in Majora's Mask were just poor. Yeah, Tingle probably took all their money. Says he cares about the fairies, but we know what kind of man he is. Oh my god, there's Redeads here now as well. Oh, jeez. I mean, the allied base might be about to fall, but I'm busy. Isn't he in some sort of jail when you meet him in Wind Waker? Yes. Yes, he is. Tingle is a bad person. Okay, could you, like, do something I can get you with? Thank you. Okay, there is someone in our base that is not really ideal. Agatha, could you go and kill it, please? While I'm keeping the bosses busy. Tingle is a violent goon. Oh, he's many things, is that man. I feel like I am desperately fighting for my life here. Where do these Redeads and Arelphos keep spawning from? I swear I've killed them all already. More just keep coming. Okay, come on, Argarok, down you come. They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I'm not sure Zant is adding much to this fight. He just seems to be being chucked around by Midna. It's probably lore accurate. Come on, down you come. I ain't done with you yet. Keep somehow managing to turn around when I'm trying to aim that and missing everyone. It's not what we call Dandori. Oh my god, that tornado is so annoying. Just let me target the bloody boss. There we go. Okay, looks like Agatha has dealt with the guy in my base, thankfully. She's a good girl. Oh, re-dead! Go away! You're all dead! Fuck's sake. Okay, one of them is dead at least. I don't think it was the re-dead though, I think it was the Arolphos. Yeah, the re-dead is still very much there, annoyingly. Why is he not exposing his weak point anymore? Come on. There we go. Right, re-dead, I'm gonna need you to not. Just don't be yourself. For once. Wait, what do you mean you're still alive? You've got no health. What? No. Like, look at that health bar and try and tell me that there is health in that. That is an empty health bar. There we go. The Argarok who refused to die. He was just too angry. Zant, where are you going? Come and fight me, please. Come on, he's nearly dead. I can grab him, nice. Oh. I'm sure you were supposed to have a weak point after that. And after that. He really doesn't want to show me his weak point. Come on. You've done several really long-winded attack animations. There we go. God, that level was more annoying than I remembered. Lana, whatever are you doing here? Sia. She's the one. I'm cursed to look like this because of her. Well, if I may say, that look suits you. Quite fitting for a big-headed princess of Twilight. You. Ah! Lana, her face. It looks just like yours. I am Sia's other half. She and I were once the same person. What? Yeah, there we go. Big bombshell reveal. Lana and Sia are two halves of the same person. You forgot how ridiculous her character design is. What are you talking about? It's art. It is perfect. So I was hoping to finish off all 6 of these levels today, and I was on track to do that until this level decided to be a right pain in the arse. But finishing on that reveal does feel like a nice note to end on. It is, I wouldn't say it's a fairly unpredictable twist, but it's somewhat of a twist, and we can use it as a cliffhanger for next time. So, next time, I will be playing Lake Hylia, finishing off the Ocarina of Time story. And then, the time will come. You know how Zelda games work. You do 3 dungeons, you get the Master Sword. Well, we've not got dungeons here, but we do have 3 branches of the story. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back on Saturday with some more Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. And then next Wednesday, I will be getting back into Pokemon Emerald Genesis and playing more of the post-game, going after the Weather Trio, Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Groudon, and deciding if I want to deal with the roaming legendaries. I still haven't quite committed to whether I want to do that or not. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!